I'm going to show you how you can use boredom to get ahead of all your competition. There are 3 points to this: how boredom increases inspiration, how boredom makes work more engaging, and how boredom enables you to work with higher levels of concentration. Inspiration. What does a brain look like when it is constantly stimulated or entertained via phones, social media, or other activities? What happens to our brain is that our brain's primary focus becomes to just process new information and react to it. In the case of social media, to just observe content and react with pleasure chemicals. In the case of sports, our brains just process what's happening around us and react with coordinated muscle movements and decision making. So our brains spend most of its mental resources in this level of living. When we are in boredom, our brains don't have any stimulus, which causes the brain to be able to focus its resources on tasks such as getting rid of useless info and finding new ways to connect our giant stores of information in more efficient ways, etc. Sometimes, however, when the brain is finding new ways to connect information, it connects totally unrelated ideas or pieces of knowledge with other totally unrelated ideas. And it finds that this fits, it clicks. This is a fundamental idea of how our brain generates new ideas or aha moments. How does boredom create higher levels of engagement? When our brains are constantly stimulated, our resting dopamine state becomes quite high. This causes us to find tasks that are not as engaging as boring. So by decreasing our resting dopamine state, you will naturally find that you won't have as much resistance to work, or even work becomes engaging. Our ability to focus is like a battery, and once we've used up all our focus, the normal way it gets recharged is when we go to sleep and wake up the next day refilled with focus. Why this is because focus is a mental task that requires a lot of energy, and so when we go to sleep, our brain is able to rest the parts of our brain that are used for intense focus, kind of like a muscle. So that's that. Or is it? But if you really think about it, we don't even need sleep to recharge our focus. Our focus can be recharged if we're able to give this part of our brain a rest, and we can do this by doing activities that don't require any high effort thinking or even thinking at all. Activities like taking a break is used to recharge our focus. But boredom is a step further than that, as it can recharge our focus way faster than those other ways we're told in by society.